Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of SkyFactory 3, and in this episode we are going to work on finishing up and making a bigger smeltery over here, and we also want to work on an auto mob farm. So we're going to put some fans on the side of the mob farm and some spikes in the middle so that we can push the mobs into the middle, put them on the spikes, and get the resources and XP. And then we're going to also work on an item collector for the mob farm, so all of those items get just automatically put into a chest. And then we're going to start work on the auto sieves. So we're going to kind of get rid of all this and make it better. So I've got kind of everything we need for this episode in this chest right here. And the first thing we want to do is finish up the smeltery, or at least get a more advanced one, and with one we could do more stuff with. So the first thing we're going to add to it is a smeltery drain, and hopefully I can do this quick enough because I don't know if that aluminum will stay in there. So yep, we got that now. And then we're going to add a faucet and a casting table right here and a casting basin right here, and then we're going to put the faucets just right on the side here. And then we actually do need some of this molten aluminum for the mob fan stuff over there. So we're going to make sure that this is set to the bottom, and then we want to make a couple blocks, and we should probably make some... We'll actually need to make an ingot casting, so we can do that. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to add some gold, and I think we only need 2 pieces of gold in here. So we're going to add 2 pieces of gold, and we're going to add any sort of ingot. We're just going to slap that right there as a stencil, pretty much. And as soon as this gold is smelted, we're going to come out and put it on the bottom so we can actually drain it into this right here and make a little mold. And once that cools off, that will disappear, and then we have a nice mold of an ingot, and all of our gold in here is gone. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to put some ingots in there. So we're going to use this aluminum. I'm going to put it up here. So we'll need, I think, 2 blocks because the aluminum is used for the width. So we only need 2, I think. Unless our thing is 4 blocks wide. I'm thinking it's 3, but it might be, I think I did 4. And it is 4 wide. Okay, so that messes with things a little bit. I'm going to need to get some more resources for the mob fans themselves. So we need, I think... We'll need these, we will need those, and some iron ingots. So if we go over to our crafting table, I'm actually going to go ahead and grab the rest of the stuff we need out for the mob fans. So all of this stuff, we will need the 2 levers here in a little bit, so I'll need some more cobblestone. I'll need just 2 more so we can make 2 total mob fans. And I apologize if my game is running a little bit slow, and that is because we have a lot of stuff going on in the chicken farm over there. And then we want to make about that much more of the stone slabs. I think we need 16 for 4 of them. So here we go. We just need 4. Let's grab all those out. And then we want the upgrades. So we need, I believe, 4 distance modifiers, so 1 for each. But let's go ahead and double that to 8. So with this, we're gonna make 4 blocks of steel, and then we need 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of rods. So we will only need 4 height modifiers, and that way we can get the I don't know what they're called, the pygmy zombies or whatever. So we've got 4 blocks of aluminum, so we need to do this 4 times. So we get 4 rods, and then we're going to come over here, back to our crafting table, even though we were just at one. We're going to make 4 width modifiers, I believe 4 height modifiers, and then 8 distance modifiers. So now, since we're going to be working kind of like inside this, I am going to turn it to peaceful, just so we're not like in the mob farm while this is all going down and there's mobs spawning everywhere. So we're just going to take out these 2 blocks if these bats want to stop halting my block breaking. And then let's go ahead and add in 1 height modifier, 1 width modifier, and 2 of those. So 1 height, 1 width, 2 distance. Then those are good for right now. And we want to break these out as well, and then we're going to go 1, 2. So another width, another height, and 2 more distance. And then we could just throw those in there like that, and then we are done with that. That was pretty easy, and I'm actually, before I put this block back, I'm just going to make sure this is the middle, and then we are going to break all of these. And let me just double check real quick, because I was under the assumption that this was 3 wide, but this will give us 4, so that'll be a perfect math. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add spikes to the middle of the mob farm, and that is the wrong chest. So we want all of this stuff, and then we want to make 3 diamond swords. And then we're just going to come in here and shift click this into our inventory, and we have 4 spikes, 4 diamond spikes, and these will give us the mob experience and player only kill items. So we will get every kind of item that we can get, such as loot bags and stuff like that. Loot bags, ender pearls, everything we need. And I kind of messed up here. And there we go. And now we can shut this off. And I think one of the things that is not so great about the spikes is that we do have to, I don't think it's, yeah, it doesn't block light like the blocks do. And can I even do that? So we're just going to add these blocks here. And then we're going to add the same blocks on the other side. There we go. And then we're going to add the levers here and here. I would like my hammer back, please. Thank you. And then we're going to add 2 on this side. And then so make sure we switch them on. And then last thing we need to do is set this to normal. And then while we wait for mobs to spawn and start getting pushed to the middle, we are going to make a item collector. So for the item collector, we've got all of our materials here, and I'm going to get rid of everything that's in my inventory right now, or everything that I really don't need, or anything that'll really mess up my math for later on, because making that entire chain of auto sieves, so making the gravel, sand, and dust all go through each of the 4 different sieves, so we make sure that we get every single item, took a lot of resources, and mainly diamonds and steel were the hardest ones to get. But luckily we had a bunch of steel chickens. We were working on that, I believe, last episode a little bit, or I showed you a little bit. And then I think in between episodes I got all the way to diamond after we got the nether quartz chicken. So I got the diamond chickens, and then I have basically spam seeds on those for like an hour or 2 and got those numbers up, and we have plenty of diamond now. We have a massive surplus of diamond. And before I forget, I don't know why I actually didn't do this earlier, but we do need to finish this. I kind of started it and then just like left it as it is. But we want to add another smeltery drain right there, and I don't want to fall in there, because these boots are the boots we got in the last episode are kind of iffy. I don't know if I like them all that much. But we're just going to add some seared glass to the top of this, make a second layer, and that way we can smelt more at a time. And then this can hold quite a bit more. I think actually double what it could hold just a second earlier. So we are good on these. We don't need those anymore, but we want to take out these items so we can make our item collectors. And I think we've already made the hopper. So item collector, where are you? We want that one first. So we're gonna grab that, and then we're gonna grab this one, and then I think I'm going to make a couple of chest transporters, or I can just make a couple diamond chests. Either way, we need some sort of storage for the mob farms, so we're gonna start getting a lot of, yeah, even you can see even right now all of those mobs are being pushed right to the middle onto those spikes. So let's go ahead and make an iron chest, and then we're gonna take that iron chest and upgrade it to a gold chest. And then we're going to take that gold chest and upgrade it into a diamond chest. And now we can come over here and just place it right there. We'll place the item collector on top of it, and then we'll set the coordinates. We'll just max these out because it doesn't really matter. We wanted to make sure we get all the items, and then we can pretty much... Yeah, and we're already starting to get a bunch of stuff in here. So, like, loot bags. So loot bags are really, really important later on. And then we'll get, I think the biggest thing we want right now is just ender pearls so that we can continue on with some extra utility stuff. And now we are going to move on to our biggest project of pretty much the entire series so far, and that is to make the entirety of the sifters. So they're all going to be the heavy sieves and the heavy hammers. So if we look at the auto, which means that they can do all of the compressed stuff. So these ones, they will use a compressed hammer or a compressed diamond hammer, and these will use a heavy oak sieve, so that they can push through compressed blocks and do it 9 at a time, and it'll be 9 times as efficient. So I have done quite a bit of math on this just to make sure we get everything right the first time. So in total, we will need 12 cobblestone generators, which we have, and they are, I think, they're iron cobblestone generators right now, but we do have the diamond to upgrade them to the next tier. So I'm going to go ahead and take out this and half a stack, and we're going to throw 12 of these in here, and then we're going to go around, make 8, then we're going to go around and make 4, and there's our 12. So these will make cobblestone very, very efficiently. So we're going to get rid of this torch, and we'll probably place it somewhere else just so mobs don't spawn. Place it right there, and I think I'm just going to use this 4x4 space right here. So the gist of it is I'm going to put the dust on the bottom because it is the longest chain. So it has to go through a cobblestone generator, it has to be compressed, then hammered down into gravel, then compressed again, then hammered down into sand, then that sand needs to be compressed, and then it'll get hammered down into dust, and then that dust needs compressed, and then that dust needs sieved. So we're going to just kind of stack these on top of each other. So we're going to have 4 layers. So we're going to have boom, boom, boom for the dust. And one thing I'm remembering right now is that we're going to need a lot of item transfer nodes. So I think we're going to need a total. So we will need 18. We will need to make the item transfer node 18 times. And each time we make it, it gives us 4. And so that will give us the correct amount that we need. So I believe it's like 72 item transfer nodes or something crazy like that. And then that way we can come up here to our transfer nodes, slap them down, and we have 80 or 72 item transfer nodes. And eventually we will probably have to update these to stacks so that these can move a lot quicker. But for right now, we're just going to have to deal with it. And we're probably going to need, I think, 72 pipes as well. So again, sorry about the frame rate on this game right now. Ooh. But there are just a lot of chickens. I believe there's a total of like 1,000 entities in this world right now. So yeah, 1,040 entities total. And that just really slows down my game because I think the entities count the chickens, all the mobs, and the items that are laying on the floor. And there are a lot of items laying on the floor because we don't have sufficient storage over at the chicken farm. So I believe we want to make a wrench. So redstone, red dye, and 3 iron. So we've got 1, 2, 3 iron, and then we just need red dye, which we definitely have at the chicken farm. So yeah, we have plenty of diamond, plenty of steel, we have plenty of iron, gold, all of this stuff, and I think there's redstone and a bunch of other chests, but we just need 1 piece of red dye. That is all we came here for, and that is all we are leaving with. So get this chicken manure out of here. Go ahead and grab our wrench, and I want to do the extra utilities 2-1 just to make sure that it actually works. Because I know there's a bunch of different wrenches, but some of them I don't think go across to the extra other mod packs. So let's slap the rest of this redstone and this glass in this chest, and then we're going to slap the rest of that in that chest. We're going to keep our pipes and keep our transfer nodes, but that's pretty much all we're going to keep because the rest of what we need is in here for the sieves and the auto compressors, the auto hammers, all that stuff. So we need a total of 36 auto compressors. So we need 144 oak wood. So 144 crafting tables. We need 36 iron blocks. So let's go ahead and start making those like that. We've got 28. We need 1 more. Yep. We'll need one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all the math in this chest is correct, so that's why I'm being pretty diligent with putting everything back in the right place and making sure I have the correct numbers. And then I just need 144 iron ingots. And I think this should be everything we need for the auto compressors. So let's go ahead and craft our auto compressors. Where is it? Here it is. And then we're just going to shift click. And we get full 36. Cool. I'm just glad my math was right. And we can go ahead and place 4 of them right here. And I don't know if these need RF. They do. So we're gonna leave a layer in between each of the different tiers. So this will be our dust. We'll leave a space just for conduits and stuff like that. And then we'll build the sand up here, leave a space, and then we'll build gravel on top of that. So then we can come in here and add our 4 other iron conduits, or item conduits, not iron conduits. This game is like hating me right now with how many chickens there are. It is not liking this at all. Let's while we're at it and taking a little second, let's go ahead and check back on our mob farm real quick just to see how it's doing. I know it's working, but I just want to kind of see what kind of loot we're getting. Oh yeah, so we already have 2 ender pearls and we're getting tons of loot bags already. Okay, so next on our list is we need 24 auto hammers. So to make 24 auto hammers, the first thing we need to do is make 24 compressed hammers, which is 216 diamond. So if I grab my calculator out, so 216 divided by 64 is 3.375, and then 64 times 0.375 is 24. So we need 3 stacks plus 24. And then I believe we need the same amount of... No, I am incorrect. We need 216 diamond hammers. We need 432 diamonds. So we need 6.75 stacks. So we're going to just grab out all of these, and here we go. And then 7.5, so we need 48. So all of these will be used to make the diamond hammers, and I think we need the same amount of sticks. So 6 stacks is here, and we're going to go ahead and grab 48. So this is going to be the fun part where we make an absolute ungodly amount of hammers. And I think all of these items are unique at this point, so I can actually go ahead and sort it just like that. And then we're going to make diamond, an absolute assload of diamond hammers. So we'll make 64, and we'll need to do that about 9 times. And we have to do the compressed part 27 times. I'm a little bit annoyed that that doesn't pull from there, but that's okay. Alright, and then let's go ahead and make them again. So we need to make another stack of 64 hammers. We'll do that. We'll go ahead and grab these. I'll just do this time. And there we go. Let's go ahead and make another stack of 64. And we're almost done with these. This is probably going to take the longest out of all of the steps. And as I was thinking about this before I actually made this episode or started recording this episode, I was thinking about it, and we're actually going to need 72 hammers eventually, because we have all of the... Still need to make all of the 2 hammers that go in each of the auto hammers. So you can fit a total of... You'll need a total of 3 hammers for each auto hammer. And then the next thing on our list is 48 weighted pressure plates. We will need, I believe... What is it? 96 diamonds. So there we go, 96. And then we're going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to make 48. And that'll work, it doesn't matter. And then so we have 48 weighted pressure plates. And then we just need 144 steel ingots. So I believe that is 6 stacks. No, excuse me. 2.5 stacks. These will be used for something else. These will be used for the sieves when we get to them. So 2.25. What did I say it was? I think it's 16. So yeah. And we want to bring all the hammers that we can possibly hold in here. And then we want to make our auto hammers. So you can make these one at a time. And here we go. We're going to do this very meticulously at one at a time. And last one, there we go. So let's go ahead and go place these down. And I think our next step is just to do some more auto compressors. I think the last step that's going to take us a while is, in fact, the auto sieves. So the sieves will go here, another transfer node right here, and then all of our chests will go over here. And then we'll probably have just enough space for some computer stuff later on so we can pull from the chest and send it to a colossal chest. So that is the first layer done. That is dust. I'm going to go ahead and grab some cobblestone while we're at it. We'll probably do sieves last. I just want to get all of the other stuff out of the way, since we can make a majority of the structure right now. My game is really taking a hit from those chickens. I tell you what, this is not... It's like kind of not fun to play this right now just because of how laggy it is. Okay, now I believe we need this last layer of hammers, a last layer of compressors, and then this should be the sieves for the sand. And then after this is all done, we are actually not that far from done at this point. Let's double check our audio just to make sure this isn't... Yep, nice, it's getting blown out. Awesome. Wonderful. I don't know why the fuck that keeps happening. That's fucking annoying. And okay, that is the last of our blocks placed before we make the sieves. So all we need to do now is add the sieves, then add the power, and then finally add the chests at the very end. So to make our sieves, this right here, I think we just need 12, and then we need to make some glass panes, so let's go ahead and do that. And then we need to make our 12 auto sieves. And then the last thing we need to do is we need to make 3 string meshes. We need 3 flint stiffen mesh, so I can shift click those. We need 3 iron stiffen mesh, shift click those, and 3 diamond stiffen mesh. There we go. Now all we need to do is place these down. And the sieves actually took way less time than the auto hammers. So, sieves. And I probably need to make some more transfer nodes because we still need to transfer these into chests. And then before I forget, let's go ahead and get this layer out of the way. So we want to... What? Wait a second. Wait, what? Oh, okay. It was still... Whew, my game is being so unbelievably slow right now. Okay, so we want a string mesh in that one. We want a flint stiffen mesh in that one. We would like an iron stiffen mesh in that one, and diamond stiffen mesh in this one. And then we will just do that same thing for these other 2 layers. And there we go, last layer. And it is now time to add power to all of these. So the power is going to be a little bit weird because I'm going to have to wrap it all the way back over to the capacitor banks until we get some of the flux wireless power set up. So until then, and I'm going to have to remove all of these at some point because these are not the fastest energy conduits. They only do a certain amount, and I may need quite a bit more. It's a good thing I actually made way more. I have plenty of redstone conductive iron or whatever. Try and hop up there. If I charge my boots, I'd be able to do it. That's what I should do right now. So we just need to connect these just like so. And then same thing for up top. And there we go. I'm pretty sure that is almost everything we need for this to work properly. So this is just going to be temporary for right now. I'm just going to make this line so that we can just get power to it straight away, but we will move it at some point. And this should start dropping relatively soon, or not. Maybe these are dropping somewhat. Yep, those have all dropped into these capacitor banks, so let me see if these are actually working. So yep, we've got enough cobblestone in there, so we've got gravel being made. And we are positive on this. And why aren't you working? Because these haven't started yet because they are not getting enough power. That would be why. There we go. And I think we have some materials being sieved. I think this guy's getting some. Yep, he's getting some. These guys up here have some. I don't know if you guys can hear that noise also, but that is a fucking god-awful sound. What is that? I think my headphones may have just broken. Okay, we've got that taken care of. And now we are running very, very low on power. And we are out. We are out of power, so what we're going to do for right now, since we don't have any more capacitor banks, is we are just going to funnel all of that extra power from the magmatic generators into the capacitor banks. And that way we have 9 things of power instead of just 2. So it seems the compressors are getting pretty much all the power first. And we're running low on energy again, aren't we? Are we positive? I think we're positive right now. Maybe not. Why is that doing that? Okay, so do we have enough lava now? That's maybe the question. Got plenty of lava. We're staying on track with the lava being made. So I don't really know what the issue is. But I think honestly the issue is the fact that we can't make power fast enough. We can hold enough power, but we just can't make it or transport it fast enough with these magmatic generators as they are. So we need to start adding some speed upgrades and then upgrade our conduits. So let's see what is next as far as conduits go. And conduit. So even our next one is our enhanced energy conduit, and we need energetic alloy. And for that, we need gold, redstone, and glowstone dust. Not that hard, actually. And I think we used about, let's say, 2 stacks. So let's see, 8, so we'll need 16 of these. So 16 times 3 is we'll need 48 energetic alloy, which shouldn't be that hard. So let's check out an alloy smelter. What do we need? We need furnaces, easy, cauldron, easy. Basic capacitor, really kind of easy. Let's go ahead and make that while we're at it. Let's make an alloy smelter and get started on at least smelting some energetic alloy, and then we can get rid of all of the energy conduits we just laid down. And then we just need to make the alloy smelter. That was really easy, actually. So now we have our alloy smelter, and we should probably make another capacitor, and I'll show you why here in a second. And that is because the capacitors act like speed upgrades in the Ender IO machine blocks. So let's see, auto smelter or alloy smelter. So we want to do alloys only. But anyway, we've got this on alloys only. So what we want to do is we want to add our redstone, because I believe we need... Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm not dealing with you being right fucking next to everything we just built. So let's make sure we place torches down. Again, we've got a terrible fucking habit of doing that. Let's go ahead and throw in what we have to start off with. And this may take us a while, but I'm going to keep track of it in between episodes so that you're not going to have to sit here and watch it. Okay, well, I think that is a good ending point for today's video. We can work on a lot of this stuff in between episodes. And I think for the next video, we're going to start working on some of the stuff as far as like speed upgrades and stack upgrades for these, for the transfer nodes. So to do that, we're going to need a resonator to make the speed upgrades. And then we're going to need grid power to actually use those speed upgrades. And to do that, we're going to use water mills from Extra Utilities 2. We'll probably build a platform somewhere, same 21 by 21 platform in some direction, probably this one that's just out of the way, because we will only need it for grid power, and grid power is universal. You can be as far away from it as you want. I think it is basically power for the world, and it just can be used. If you have it, you have it. If you don't, you don't. It doesn't have to be connected to anything. It's just based on, like, you owning the power. So we'll probably just build that off there, and we won't really touch it that much, and then we'll probably build our colossal chest in this other direction over here in a later episode. And then that way we can get plenty of power to sustain our massive sieve operation over here. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far, and I will see you dudes in the next video.